by 8 pins.
I think this pair of lanes, Jim, was a little tighter than the rest of the lanes that the players bowled on all week. It was one of the tighter pairs. Tighter meaning that the lane did not. Yes, well, both of them actually, meaning that the lanes do not hook as much.
Yes, sir. Last time George won anything was back in 1977 in Tucson, and he beat Mark Roth there. That was when Roth was trying to set an all-time PBA record of winning 4 straight tournaments. And Nelson Burton, as we said, the son of a great bowler and also a fine bowling commentator in his own right. And with the strike, he'll be right back on top.
Yeah, Nelson can take a 2-pin lead with his strike, and this is his tough alley. Let's see if he lined up anything off of that spare that he shot.
Well, this time he's not going to get it. He's going to. I thought he had a good ball there. Winds up with a 10-pin.
That was an excellent shot he made there. He's got to be very disappointed about this. Very deep concentration in his face, Jim. He's just
look at those eyes.
Yeah, he's out for the kill, and he almost got it. Never even blinked.
It's not a bad way to earn a living, is it?
No,
that kind of living.
That's for sure. And you know, Nelson has not even participated on the tour full time since 1972. Oh no! Again, Jim, early hooking alleys, and if you set the ball down short, it's going to miss the 10-pin, and it hooked awful early. You can see it was just never got on line to the target. It hooked right 10 feet before Nelson wanted it to.
And that's because he's putting the ball down too quickly.
Right, he's laying the ball down too short. He's not compensating for the lack of oil on the heads.
Down by 20 pins.
I mean, Nelson is in a lot of trouble right now.
Yeah, he was in a position to take the lead with a strike, instead opened.
Oh, his timing was way off that time. Looked like he got to the line real fast. And his feet were ahead of the ball by a whole step, it looked like. So he's letting that 10-pin bother him. In a one-game match, you can't afford to do that.
1, 2, 4. He got it. He got it. He got it.
That's a good shot.
In the race for the $10,000, he is still alive. We'll be back to Reno in a moment. And if they should come down with a perfect 300 game, it'd be $11,000. If they get a 299 game, they get another $7,000. It's men's and women's. They're re-racking. George Pappas is up by 20. We can tell you that Donna Adamek of Monrovia, California, won the first match of the day, defeating Doris Coburn of Buffalo, New York. And she has advanced on now to beat the leading money winner, Vesma Grinfeld, in match number 2 for the women. It's men's and women's. We will alternate, and we'll be here for the next hour and a half or more. Here's George Pappas up by 20. In frame 7. Gee, he has gotten some pinfall that might have left him with some tough shots.
Yeah, it was a very good shot too, Jimmy. Just a little light. You can see George's good arm swing here. That's the key to his game, I think. He's just good pendulum swing, goes straight through the shot, good extension, and good knee bend. Look at his knee. Just a super shot. Great bowler. He's been one of the hottest bowlers on the tour, Jim. The last 7 tournaments, he has 5 finishes in the top 5. So he's had a very hot hand.
You know, that's one thing I've noticed, though, Jay. You call it extension, and June and I were talking last night in the old days. And I think June and I can talk about the old days, and you too, Jay. They used to call it follow-through, but now they call it extension.
Yeah, I guess it's really the same thing. Basically, it's the same thing. I call it extension. I like to see the ball get over the foul line. That's my biggest habit. I drop it too much, and George is excellent at it. And then when you see Mark bowl, you'll see somebody that gets, he throws it over 5 foot out in the alley. Gets great extension.
Yeah, see, well, you're seeing good bowling right now. But you see some of the top bowlers of all time, Earl Anthony and Mark Roth. Come on. Well,
George tried to compensate that time for the couple of 7 pins that he's left, and he went straighter through the heads, and the ball did break a little higher in the pocket, but now he'll have to make a little adjustment for the 4 pin. He compensated just a little too much off the 7 pin, so he's thinking out there.
By the way, Doris Coburn, to go back to the women for just a moment, who has been eliminated, gets eliminated with $3,000. And Donna Adamek, who goes ahead, will get at least $5,000. And the Prize money is the same for men and women. So whoever gets eliminated here, whether it be Nelson Burton Jr. or George, will get $3,000, and the winner will be guaranteed a $5,000 and a chance to move up for the big $10,000 prize.
Yeah, Nelson is down by 19 pins now. Jimmy's got to get some strikes. If he doesn't get a strike here, he'll be in trouble. He has not hit this alley yet.
He did there.
Very good shot.
He did there.
Now, he's only missed the left alley one time, which was the last shot. So if he can hit the left alley now, he'll make a game out of it.
Had to have it and got it.
Right, now he has, you can see how he got about a foot over the foul, and he has good knee bend and good extension again, and he just packed it.
That's what is known as hitting the pocket, right?
That is definitely hitting the pocket.
He is not out of the woods, believe me.
He needs this strike very badly. If he can get this strike, put a little pressure on George. He will be working hard. Great concentration on this shot. He knows he needs it. It's going to be a little light.
Hey, he got him.
Took them all out.
Well, he went from 20 just moments ago, then to 19, and now is 9 down.
Plus Nelson is on the strike, and George isn't. So Nelson has a possible 218 game, and George can strike out for 227, Jim. So it's still a good match. 9 pins.
Well, opens the door a little bit, doesn't it?
Sure does. It looked like he just came out of the ball a little early, tugged it to the left. There's a little pressure, and then when you have to make excellent shots, it makes it tough with the TV cameras and everything, even with their experience.
You know, we talk about TV cameras, and it is so true, Jay, because when you're doing a golf tournament, someone is hundreds of yards away from you. We're doing a football game, they're getting hit. Right here, the lights are all around them. Sometimes they can hear us talking. They're very aware television is here at all times.
That's definitely right, Jim. Very good shot under pressure.
That was now with a possible 215, but
you see here how George is so deliberate. He just slides. His first step is just sliding up there, and then all the other ones are about the same. And then look at the knee bend. Look at that knee bend. It's just super.
almost like fielding a ball in baseball. You want to get down to the ball.
That's
here you want to get down. Only up by 7. Remember, moments ago, he's up by 20. He would like to have a strike here. You always want a strike, but he needs one now.
If he can't get this strike, Nelson can take the lead in the 10th frame.
Ball is hooking, and he gets what he needs.
First strike in the 10th frame was a big one. Now he's 3 pins down in count, but he's still 7 pins up. So he has a good shot now. He can force Nelson to get the first strike. And then if Nelson gets 7 or 8 pins, we can have a tie game if George doesn't get this one.
I will tell him what happens if there is a tie, if there is a tie. Right now, we'll just see how this plays out here.
Yeah. George will really bear down on this shot. This is the biggest shot he's thrown all game.
Final frame, barring a tie.
It's a little wide.
Oh, look at that pin action. Look at that pin action. He has had a few of those today.
You can see how far right he threw the ball on this shot. He did not want to take a chance on going through the center of the pins, going through the nose. So he just threw it wide and hoped it would come back and hook, and got the great pin action. See the late 8 pin. It was a very nice shot.
That's a second strike in the 10th frame.
Count means an awful lot, Jim, because now if he gets the full count, then Nelson needs 2 strikes in the 10th. And 8 pins
Look
to
at
beat
this. Look at this.
Great finish.
It's a 10th frame and 1, 2, 3. That winds up 17.
Well, we got a match here. Now Nelson needs the first 2 strikes and 8 pins to win by a pin. So it's going to be close.
He's got to have 2 strikes plus 8. And if he doesn't strike right here, well, it's $3,000, and George goes on to face Earl Anthony.
And we can get back to the women.
He needs it. He needs it. It's
close.
He needs it. He's got it.
Shot.
Needs another one. Not out of the woods yet. We talk about television and the pressure on them. Nobody knows it better than Nelson Burton, who sat in the chair that you're sitting now. So for so many televised matches, he knows what it is. He knows the pressure that's on him. Got to have another one, though.
Yeah, if he gets this one, he needs 8 pins, and we could still have a tie game here.
At which
and
time
we're doing the sudden death.
Sudden death of 2 more frames,
right? 9th and 10th frame roll-off, so you will definitely see a lot of concentration on this shot.
He's got to have this. This is it right here.
It'll be close.
This is it right here, and he's got it.
Shot. All right.
Now he needs 8.
He needs 8 pins for the win, 7 for a tie.
8 for the win, 7 for the tie.
And
he'll settle right here for a strike and,
definitely.
and sit down.
Definitely. I'm sure he will keep the ball right of the head pin. He may go to a little extra speed on this shot just to keep it off the nose, but he stroked the last 2 so good.
Now remember,
odds are he'll get 10.
Jay's on lane 34. This is where he's had his trouble before, setting the ball down too short.
That's right. It just goes to show you can't give a professional a little edge, or he'll get you.
Here's where he's had his trouble. He needs 8 to win, 7 to tie, and he's going to get 9. He's got it. What a comeback for Nelson Burton Jr. to defeat George Pappas. He will go on. And you know that George Pappas already has won $3,000. And you know that